Most of your kids are out of school, so yay, now we get to do some fun stuff, go to the pool, go on vacation, just spend some time with our kiddos. And so for some of you that may be experiencing a little empty nest because your children are visiting their other parent, enjoy yourself. Listen, make sure you take excellent care of yourself. Make sure you do all the things that you enjoy doing, and don't feel bad because you are enjoying yourself, okay? I just want to kind of put that out there. Don't feel bad for enjoying yourself. You still have a life as a mom or as a dad, whichever end of the spectrum that you may be. Just make sure that you continue to do your self-care, because self-care is the best care, okay? And who's gonna take better care of you than you, okay? So make sure that you are enjoying yourselves, and if you do have your children with you, make sure that you have some exciting things planned so that you can bond together and just enjoy and make memories and just create memories together, and so that your children can grow up having some amazing experiences, all right? Some of you may be watching this on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I have some amazing stuff that I'm putting in this channel, y'all. And also, if you have not noticed yet, I just launched a new show. It's called The Back and Forth, and I'm actually co-hosting with my business associate Kevin L. Scott, and so I'm super excited about the show. We just launched the first episode. The first episode was launched this past Wednesday. So if you have any questions about that, definitely visit www.thebackandforthshow.com, and you will see that channel and be able to watch that whenever you want. But that is a co-parenting channel, and it talks about all things co-parenting and blended families, and you definitely don't want to miss an episode, because we are answering live questions, bringing up real case scenarios and talking about them on the show. So I'm super excited about that new venture that I have going on. And so make sure you become a part of that community of blended families and co-parents and single parents and what have you in that community, all right? So today I kind of want to talk a little bit about the parenting aspect of how our children become adults, okay? Most of you know I do counseling. I do counseling full time. I'm also a mediator. I am a professional mediator. I mediate court-connected cases as well as private mediation for families and coworkers and people that need some type of conflict management. And so I see so many cases of people that had poor parenting in their growing up experience. It's really kind of crazy to me that parents don't take their job as seriously as they should, and then they produce these adults that don't have accountability, that don't have respect for just another human being, that lack respect for authority, that lack respect for women or lack respect for men. It's just crazy. It's really crazy. And so some of these issues we run into when we are talking about co-parenting and how you guys can work together as a team collectively to make sure that your children have the best experience in life. Sometimes we forget that it's not the children's fault, right? We sometimes forget that it's not the children's fault that we're not with their parent, the other parent, right? Sometimes we put our children become collateral damage because we're not with the other parent. And what I mean by that is the collateral damage happens when we speak bad about the other parent, or the collateral damage happens when we refuse the other parent to be in that child's life, or the collateral damage happens when we refuse to be in the child's life because we can't stand the other parent. So we forfeit our responsibilities to the children because we don't want to deal with the other parent at all. Because of whatever personal issues happen, the children become the collateral damage of that. So they miss out on daughter-dad dances, father-daughter dances. They miss out on mother-son dances. They miss out on opportunities to connect and build and create memories with the other parent because of the personal issues that the parents have with each other. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot be responsible for your children lacking if you can do something about it. I'm gonna say that again, and I'm gonna say that in a way that you can understand, because sometimes we have to break it all the way down to the elementary for people to really understand that their behaviors and decisions and how they affect their children is a major character flaw, okay? Sometimes we do behave and make decisions that only affect us, but when you become parents, you have to think outside of you, okay? You got to think outside of you. How is this going to affect my child? How is this move going to affect my child's growing up experience? How is me being in this relationship going to affect my child's growing up experience? How is me bringing people in and out of my home affecting my child's growing up experience? You know, so many people have things that they have to heal from because their parents did not consider them when they had people coming in and out of the house. They did not consider them when they chose that babysitter. They didn't consider their children when they left them at that auntie's house or that uncle's house or that friend's house. You know, they didn't consider how was this going to impact my child. And so these children grow up with these negative experiences that they have to heal from. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to do better. We must do better, okay? We must do better. Sure, you click like, click share, and make sure you subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, because this is some tea, all right? So, you know, I came across this several weeks ago, and I've been meaning to talk about this, but the saying was, men grow up to be who their mothers raised them to be. Men grow up, I should say boys grow up to become men as a reflection of who their mother raised them to be. Most of the time, women carry the brunt or the responsibility of training and nurturing the children, right? Fathers carry a responsibility in that too, but mothers carry a really big bulk of this responsibility, because so much of that, even from women and men, is a reflection of the mother. Okay, especially if the mother was in their life. Whoever was doing the nurturing, the caregiving, the teaching or lack thereof, this is how these adults become, and this is what society has to deal with. If the mother never taught you boundaries, she never taught you to respect the word no, you grow up to be an adult that doesn't respect no. So what happens when you don't respect the word no, right? You violate people's boundaries, right? You probably going to end up in jail at some point in time in your life because you don't respect people's boundaries, and so you cross them and you violate them, and 9 times out of 10 that means you're violating some type of law. You grow up having very difficult time in relationships because you feel that this person has to be enmeshed with your way of thinking and your feelings and emotions. And so you become codependent or desire a codependent relationship. And unless you're with someone that desires that codependency with you, that relationship is going to be very toxic. Okay? Very toxic, okay? And then you end up in someone's office similar to mine, and you cannot seem to resolve conflict because you have never learned what boundaries are and why they are important to your life and why they are healthy for you. And unless you are willing to change the thinking, the mindset, right, of will never have a healthy relationship unless you change your mindset. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it is possible to change your mindset. It is absolutely possible to change your mindset. And the reason I know it's possible for you to change your mindset is because that's what I do. I am a mindset mentor. I am a mindset coach. And I help people really dig down deep and find out where this mindset began. Where was this mindset created? Right? And then we talk about and process why this mindset may not be the best. why this mindset may be keeping them from a major breakthrough in their life that would ultimately change their lives. What I want you guys to realize is that when you're out there dating, okay, so most of you in this group, most of you watching this are single, okay? You may be watching this and you may be single, or you may be in a relationship. But what I want you to think about is when you're out there dating, or when you're even processing your own life, you may be processing things with a filter of things that were taught to you or were not taught to you and may be foreign to you, okay? And if it's foreign to you, then get the help that you need, okay? Get the help that you need. Get the help that you need to make sure that you are able to shift your mindset into a way that's going to be beneficial and effective for your life. All right, so Tracy says, I didn't raise my son to be a street thug. I did not marry a street thug or allow street thugs in my circle. Okay, Tracy, and that's great that you didn't raise him to be that way. Somehow in the fabric of his life, he felt that being a street thug was going to give him some type of acceptance. I don't know where that happened. And sometimes when I'm counseling people, I'm digging to find that out. Where did this happen? Why did you become attached to these group of people that you knew possibly was not going to lead you to a life that would be beneficial for you in the long run, okay? People don't retire from being a thug, okay? They really don't. You once you in the game and you want to be that OG, you're gonna be an OG. You're not gonna retire. Somehow, some way, you're going to owe somebody. Somebody's gonna owe you. You're gonna have some type of lingering attachments. So when this particular thing happened for your son, thank you so much for commenting. Our children's paradigm. You mentioned our children's paradigms are created by more than what we put in them, and if we don't have strong enough support system, right? Absolutely. So we play a major role in our child's life, but there's so many parts, so many parts to that, Tracy. That the village that we expose our children to, the village that they are exposed to when they go to school, the people that that are in and out of their lives, how much we're communicating with them about the people that are in and out of their lives, all of that plays a part, and so that's. I can go on and on and on for hours really just dissecting how all of this works. But you're absolutely right. We're not the only proponents of that, but we are a major reflection of that. And so it's our responsibility as parents to make sure that we are seeing, okay, this little fabric that's kind of gotten woven into my son or my daughter's life, that don't seem to line up with what we're teaching them, okay? How are we going to address this, and how are we going to make sure that they understand what their options are? Because some children that I counsel, they don't feel like they have any other options but to align themselves with the group of individuals that are going to accept them and that's going to take care of them. They are consumed with the idea that this gang, this group of people are going to take care of them, it's going to take care of them and their family, and they believe it. They believe it, okay? And it takes someone to shift their mindset that this is manipulation and this is not true. You are going to forever be indebted to them if you sign up for this assignment. So us as parents, we have to be so mindful that if our children are being exposed to certain things that we have not taught them, how do we come against that? How do we come against that so that they know that they have options? Of course, they're going to make their own choices and decisions, but now they're not working with a limited option. They have a lot of options. They don't just have to join themselves up with this group of people. They can decide, you know what, I'm going to be a part of this chess club. Oh, I'm going to be a part of this debate team. I'm going to be a part of this because they also accept me as well. Okay, it may not look glamorous to them at the time. It may not look cool to them at the time, but at least they know what their options are. Okay, and then we walk that out with them. And we don't give up on them, because when we give up, the moment they feel like we've given up on them, this group of people, this gang or whoever, they're going to say, see, I told you they didn't love you. See, I told you they didn't want you. See, yeah, I told you they didn't care about you. Because we do. We care about you. We got your back. We're going to always have your back. We're going to ride or die with you. And that's exactly what they do. What I'm trying to say is this. we as parents still have a responsibility. Our children are going to grow up and make their own decisions, but we've got to make sure that we train them up in the way that they should go, because they will not depart. They may stray away, but honey, they got that inside of them, what you've taught them, what you've trained them to be, what you've put inside of them. That's going to keep gnawing away at their mind. That's going to keep gnawing away at their mind when they out there doing stuff they ain't got no business doing, being at places they don't have no business being in, being with people they don't have no business being around. Okay, they're gonna gnaw in their mind. My mama said this, my mama said that, my mama used to always say this, my grandma used to always say that. That's gonna be in their mind. So we cannot give up on saying the things that are right, saying the things that are going to build up their character, build up their integrity, and expect them to be accountable and hold them accountable to their character and to their integrity. I don't care how big they are. You've got to hold them responsible and accountable to the character that you've taught them to have and the integrity you've taught them to possess. And when you hold them accountable to that, they're not going to just be coming in and out of your house acting in your kind of way. All right? They're not going to, because at the end of the day, you've held them accountable from the time they started walking. Okay? From the time they started speaking, you've been holding them accountable, and they know what responsibility looks like. They know what taking accountability looks like. And when they go out into the world, their world, they know they're going to be held accountable because they've been held accountable all their life. Speaking from experience, it takes a village to raise a child, right? But primarily us as parents, we are primarily the presidents of that village, okay? And then the rest of the people play a part. And we've got to make sure that we assign people to play a part or a role, and we fire people that's not playing their role correctly, okay? We got to make sure we fire people. We make sure that we get people out of there that's not doing what they need to do to affect our children's lives in a positive way. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen, when you're parenting and you're making decisions in your life, majority of that child's life is going to be a reflection of what you poured into their life and what you didn't pour into their life. Okay, what you've monitored and got up out of there, the ingredients you said, you know what, that ain't gonna work. Let me take that ingredient up out of there. Let's just mix this whole pot. Let's throw out the whole pot and redo it all over again. Whatever it is you have to do to make sure that you're making a major impact on their life. And like I said, yes, they're gonna grow up and they're gonna make their own decisions. But at the end of the day, their memory is still there. Their memory is still there. Trust and believe God made sure their memory is still there, and they're going to remember the things, the principles that you gave them, the tools that you gave them to survive and to thrive in this life. I hope this makes sense to y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments below how much sense this is making for you. If you have any questions, if you want more information about co-parenting and blended families, definitely leave a message in the comments below, or you can certainly send me a message personally. I will definitely leave my contact information. You can definitely go to www.pricelessandbeyond.org and you can leave me a message there, or you can leave me a message in the comments. I try to make sure I respond to all of my my social media besties. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this video, and thank you so much for the comments. And I will be getting back with you all soon. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. All right, guys, have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will see y'all soon.